Have you ever noticed that the wisest older people don't just age, they evolve? It's not the number of birthdays they've had that makes them remarkable. It's how they carry themselves, how they respond to life, how they speak. Truly intelligent elders know that words matter. They've learned, sometimes the hard way, that what we say shapes what we think, how we feel, and how others experience us. That's why there are certain phrases they simply no longer use. Not because they've forgotten how to complain, or because life has been easy, but because they've grown beyond the need to trap themselves in small thinking. Take the phrase, "That's just how I am." It may sound like confidence, but in truth, it's a wall. It's what people say when they're afraid of growth, when change feels like too much work, or when they want to avoid facing parts of themselves they no longer like. But the wisest older people know that aging isn't a license to stay stuck. It's an invitation to soften, to refine, to keep becoming. The same goes for saying, "It's too late for me." Those words quietly shut the door on possibility. But those who've cultivated real strength, the kind that doesn't shout but stands tall in silence, know that every moment we're given is a fresh start. There are people starting new passions at 75, falling in love again at 82, and learning something brand new just because they can. They don't let the clock define them. They let curiosity lead them. And what about the phrase, "I can't change"? That's a heavy one. It carries the weight of defeat, the kind of defeat that doesn't always show on the outside, but lives quietly inside, limiting potential. But intelligent elders reject that. They may have grey hair and achy joints, but they haven't lost their ability to shift, to adjust, to grow wiser still. They've seen what happens when people give up on themselves, and they've chosen the harder but more fulfilling path of staying open. Then there's, "I deserve better than this. It's understandable. Life's not fair. People can be cruel." But the strongest elders don't live in that place. They've learned that constantly focusing on what the world owes you only breeds resentment. Instead, they focus on what they can offer, how they can contribute, how they can rise even when things fall apart. That mindset doesn't come from textbooks. It comes from living through storms and choosing not to become bitter. Finally, the phrase, "I deserve more." It may be rooted in hurt, in feeling unseen or undervalued, but clinging to it creates distance from peace, from loved ones, from the present moment. The wise ones let go, not because they don't know their worth, but because they've learned that gratitude is where freedom begins. They live with a kind of grace that doesn't chase applause. It simply offers presence. You see, true intelligence in old age isn't about sharp memory or fancy vocabulary. It's about emotional discipline. It's about choosing words that heal instead of harm, words that invite instead of isolate, words that reflect inner maturity. The people who walk into a room and instantly calm it, they're the ones who've mastered this. And here's the beautiful part. This wisdom is available to all of us. You don't need to be famous, wealthy, or even physically strong. You just need to be willing to pause before speaking, willing to examine your beliefs, willing to outgrow your old story. Because the truth is, your best self isn't behind you. It's still unfolding. Every sunrise is proof that you've got another chance, another moment to listen better, love deeper, and speak with clarity, kindness, and courage. So, if you've ever said one of those limiting phrases, don't feel ashamed. Just decide today to say something better. Because the way you speak can become the way you live. And the way you live, especially now, is the legacy you leave.